Okay, so
क्योंकि
good
मुझे
morning
11 बजे
everybody.
तक सॉरी
Good morning everybody. Today we are having webinar by Principal Sir Dr. Shrikar Deshpande. He will be talking to us about GCP checklist. It is an honor to introduce our principal. He has been with us since 1997 at K Biper. Previous to this, he worked for Torrent Research Center, and during his K Biper tenure, he also worked for TRC again, and with one or two with Sarvajanik College of Pharmacy at Mehsana. And Dr. Deshpande has been our principal since 2017. Sir has a number of research publications to his credit, he has been always the guiding force for K Biper. With this introduction, I'll hand over the mic to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Lalwani Madam, for the nice introductions. If I recall with my association with KB Institute, definitely I will always remember our founder director, Dr. N.S. Parmar sir, because I joined the K Biper due to the blessing of Dr. N.S. Parmar sir. And again, I'm always fortunate to be the part of the Sarva Vidyalaya Alumni Mandal and KSV, because Torrent Research Center and KSV and K Biper, that has been related with, I joined twice. In Torrent Research Center, I joined 95 to 97. 97, I joined here. After completing my PhD, I again joined to Torrent Research Center. Again, I came back into academics in 2007. So since 2007, again, I'm associated with the K Viper with a very good qualities and the main theme that is related with the Karbala Hoga Bala, it's a motto by Pujya Chaganba. Sarva Vidyalaya Kaloni Mandal, now it's more than 100 years. KSV that started with the Kadi Sarva Vishwavidyalaya since 2007 is in self University of Gujarat, and with the various activities, various colleges are there. More than 52,000 students are studying in Sarva Vidyalaya Kaloni Mandal. So as an employee of the K Biper and Sarva Vidyalaya Kaloni Mandal, I'm always proud to be the member of the Sarva Vidyalaya Kaloni Mandal. Coming to the KB Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research. In short, we always say is in K Biper. There is a constituent college of Kadi Sarva Vishwavidyalaya. We are already having B Farm from 1995, M Farm from 2002, Farm D from 2010 as a first Farm D college in Gujarat, Farm D PB from 2018. So we are in the group more than 37 faculty members are there, which are full-time associated with the K Viper, and with presently having more than from 1999, we are having more number of alumni. So they are also supporting, so which is related is an K Viper webinar series. In the continuation of our webinar, the third modules that is in the continuation of the GCP training, those who have been involved. So I am welcoming mainly with the PharmD 5th year, because for them they have made it compulsory. So as a participant, PharmD 5th year of the current K Biper students, PharmD 6th year because they had already done it. But as a part of the other K Biper, they had already done the GCP last year. But we also required to get that update. So few informations are there, which will be the updated parts. That will be the part. I'm also welcoming all the KB Institute Ethics Committee members if they join, all the faculty members, MPharm semester 3, MPharm semester 1, they are likely to join after PCPC approvals, and all the interested faculty members if they join. So this is the third modules in the, when we say about the GCP and protocol trainings, in the this year when we have the GCP training 1st of October, we always have the ethics committee meeting as in the honor of our founder director Dr. N.S. Parmar's birthday. We make it on 1st of October. We started the first lecture on 1st of October, then on the 5th of October, and today the 3rd and 4th module will be there. So basically that is related to compare to have the training with the GCP. Truly speaking, in the PharmD 5th year for them which we had made the GCP training and our ethics committee members. 90% of the syllabus is already there, which has been covered with the GCP as a part of the 5.1, that is a clinical research, which has all the essential documents. They have the roles and responsibility of the sponsorer, investigator, monitor, the content of the protocols, the essential document, basic principles of GCP. And then they have that is related with the reporting of the formation of the ethics committee, review process, and then the different various examples. CTRI is not there in the syllabus, but we are continuing with the part. So when we say about the GCP models, so today we will discuss about the part as an essential documents. When we say the essential document, that will be related with the 1 to 3 level we say consider. There is not an official 1, 2, 3. But when we say that whenever we require any work, we require to do the scientific manner. The regulatory CDSCO is also continuously changing. Previously, it was related with the independent ethics committee and institute ethics committee. Now it has been separated as two. One that is for the regulatory purpose, CDSCO. Regulatory registration is there as compulsory. Another is Department of Health Research, where that informations are there. So definitions are there. New clinical trial guidelines are there, which will be always required to be updated. Our KB Institute of Ethics Committee, KBIPERS, KBIEC, as registered from the Department of Health Research. So how there is be different? There are also the other terms that is related to new clinical trials, behavior research, academic clinical trials, which has already been covered by Dr. Sandeep sir also, but only a few things will be there. When we say as a regulatory requirement, as a definition, as a new drugs in clinical trials, you do. So when we say which is required, that is a part of the clinical trials. So when we say as a for the regulatory submission for any company or any individual or any sponsor, which they require for the regulation permissions, first time in India. It can be the generic drug, it can be as an NDA drug or a ANDA. NDA will be make the according to the new drug definition, changing with the new indication, changing in the formulations, changing in the other parameters as a fixed dose combinations also. There are also the part of the new drug applications where you require for the clinical trial, which has been as a regulatory requirement. Again, I am repeating, when we discuss about the new drugs and clinical trial rules, this is related with the Indian regulatory CDSCO. Each regulatory has to follow their rules according to the GCP guidelines. So GCP we have as an in general ICH GCP, that is universal, where you do not have your country regulatory, you have to follow the ICH GCP, or you have the WHO GCP. WHO GCP is again very basic about only with the 14 GCP principles in that. ICH GCP E6, Dr. Palak Madam said, she is covered with all the details about the part where the information is already there. When we say about the new drugs and clinical trials and biomedical research, when we say here with that example, if we have that one of the example we consider, like if we say that one of the example, like if company wants to do for the drug evaluation or the screening that is related with the anti-diabetic drug XYZ. Company wants to do the study for the drug XYZ as a phase 2 clinical trial. So this will be considered as a new drug if the drug is not available in India. It is the new drug. It may be possible that drug may be available in other countries outside India. But if it is the first time as a phase 2 clinical trials, they have to cover all the document that is related with the preclinical efficacy, safety parameters, phase 1 clinical trial. Once the phase 1 safety parameter is covered, approved, and then you will get the phase 2 clinical trial. Why I am giving that example with phase 2? So we can take some example that will be benefit for the document. So phase 2 clinical trial that is related with, if you consider an example, anti-diabetic drug, phase 2 clinical trial, test drug name is XYZ. You are comparing with metformin. That is also the reference drug in the market. So definitely if you are doing the clinical trial, it may be the pilot study as a phase 2 clinical trial or pivotal study. It can be related with some drug. Anti-diabetic treatment segment, when we consider, you always required to give the multiple dose. You require the specific duration of study. So these are what we are discussing that is related with the study design. So definitely for any molecules when you are comparing for the regulatory purpose, you require to take the permission as a clinical trial. So it can be for the clinical research, clinical trial, some pharmacological activity, including pharmacokinetics or dynamics, or it may be some adverse effects. So basically that is related with the efficacy, safety and tolerability. In phase 2, normally it is always related with the first time in real patients and the diabetic patients. Safety parameters already covered in phase 1, but again in the phase 1 and phase 2 clinical trials you required for the efficacy and safety in the diabetic patients. You have to be clear with the design. So it can be related with a prospective, randomized. When we say the randomized, that is with the inclusive criteria and exclusive criteria is covered, the screening is done, and then randomly divided. When we say the randomized, so we are comparing. So it is again is a comparative. When we say that comparative, so you are comparing your drug, test drug with some fixed dose. You may be having 1 or 2 doses. So your dose dependence, you are checking it. You are comparing with the reference drug, assuming that is a metformin as a standard drug you are comparing. It can be independent arm or it can be as an add-on therapy. Here we are assuming taking the example as an comparative. So you are having the one test drug XYZ. You are comparing with metformin in the diabetic patients. When we say the diabetic patients, you require the parameter as a prospective, randomized, parallel group. We are not making the crossover, we are making the parallel group. So one group will be on the XYZ test drug, another group will be on the metformin. After inclusive, exclusive criteria, you are making the screening. Once they are ready with the things, you require the informed consent process. So you require all the documents and then you making the screening process. After screening, the randomization, enrollment as an for the group as a different arms. So it may be related with you require the sample size. These are all the documents are required that will be covered up before you do the studies, during studies, after studies, we require the things. So like this will be which has been required for the regulatory submission. That is all related with the clinical trials. If you require to check if the drug is already in the market, like your XYZ drug is already in the market, even the metformin is already in the market. Here you require to check it about the quality of life, behavior, adherence, or your patient counseling, how the patient counseling has been affecting the diabetic patients, those who are taking the metformins or the already established drug, which are already approved drug. That will be considered as a biomedical and health research. So that increase the scientific knowledge or disease condition. So this is not for the regulatory purpose. So this will be in the biomedical and health research. You can add it in the regulatory also. So this clear-cut guidelines are there. So according to that, if it says in our college, we are having the Department of Health Research, we are not going with the regulatory purpose. So all the, it may be the interventional study where the observation clinical investigators are the main persons who are giving the drugs. As a student, as a co-investigator, as a other group persons, as a guide, co-guides and other mentors, they will be the part, they are observing the information, whatever that are being given by the drugs and their efficacy and safety and quality of life and adherence, how that will be affected in their efficacy and safety parameters, that will be covered. So their objective will be different. So that will be all conditions is an increase in the scientific knowledge about the disease and conditions. So that will be considered as a biomedical and health research part. Many other new things are there, but definitely it is clear that the last line does not included in the clinical trials. So whenever the regulatory related, it is not the regulatory related that you consider as an health research. So here you required in both the conditions you require to approve from the ethics committee. In clinical trials, you require to approve from the ethics committee, which is registered under CDSCO. Biomedical health research also required to approve from the ethics committee, which is registered under Department of Health Research. So that is to be clear. Then next, that is related when we say that essential document, whenever you submit with this document to the regulatory authority, you always required that different stockholders are there which are coming in the market. One, definitely first will be the sponsor, whose molecule is there. The sponsor is not with the only providing the money. They are also it may be the possible that some hospitals, they are doing their own research as a molecules that as a part as a regulatory purpose also. They may be sponsored an investigator also. But definitely as an according to GCP, you have been clear-cut guidelines, the sponsor role and responsibility, investigators, co-investigators and team responsibility, role and responsibility, CRO, clinical research organization or clinical research coordination, contract research organization or clinical research organization which will be done do the work on the behalf of the sponsorer, but the sponsorer responsibility will be there. Ethics committee, any regulatory purpose where the clinical is involved, you require to take the permission from the ethics committee. The ethics committee is been required for the regulatory purpose. Also, even as an academic clinical trials, you require that ethics committee should be advisable, that it should be registered for the regulatory purpose. It is compulsory. There are, when we, whatever we are discussing about it is the checklist inspection of the GCP. So GCP checklist is that inspection checklist is there, that will be covered. Other persons who are involved, when we say RA, that is regulatory authority, or LA or licensing authority, both are same. So it may be like India for CDSCO, US FDA for USA, EMEA for the European countries, Health HC, that is a Health Canada for Canada, EMEA for the Brazil. Likewise, monitor, that has been always been appointed by the sponsor, whose responsibility with always to check with that whatever the protocols, GCP guidelines are there, the things are been, whatever the things are written, that is been done according to the protocol or not. Auditor will be the third party audit where they will check it. So auditor, monitor, auditor and inspection, that will be related. Inspection that will be related for the regulatory authority, or it can be related to the specific cause that today we will say about that GCP inspection checklist. Why I select this topic, that is related along with this essential basic documents. You require the second level of documents. If you see the checklist, like this is something that is related with where you are knowing the question paper. If this type of questions is been asked, so you will be ready with, always ready with the documents also. So that will be help of that other documents are there. These checklists are only related with the specific information. It can be more documents according to their SOPs. According to the sponsor and investigator, it can be some less also. But these are the basic ideas where the inspectors for the inspection, when they come for the regulatory audit or for the inspection, they will ask, they may ask at least these documents. CRA, clinical research associates or clinical research coordinator, CRO is also the part. So essential documents, when we say that is first is the IP. Some regulators they write IMP also, investigators, investigational medicinal product, or IP, that is investigator products, which is related with that information. You require certificate of analysis. GMP is must. So whenever you set the GMP, you require the manufacturing of that molecule with the same batch size of that molecule at the different level. Accountability, trace license, like if that molecule as an API or formulation is not available in India, if it discuss as an example with the concept with the Indian regulatory, you require to apply for the taste license. So there is various taste licenses are there you required for the API or international formulation also, where you require to procure, import that formulations API with the proper license. Investigator brochures, which is the confidential part, which has been always required to be prepared by the sponsor and updated. It always with the particular month and year is there. So you can say that up to that month and year that informations are updated. Protocol, according to GCP guidelines, you require the standard few information about the title, study design, rationale, introductions, objective, inclusive criteria, exclusive criteria. So then the methods, how you are doing the screening, randomization, enrollment, activities, the activity schedules are there. Data collections, how you collect the data, assessment about that, whatever the objectives are there. Efficacy and safety are the main parameters of how you evaluate the efficacy parameter, how you evaluate the safety parameter. The normal lab values, the lab clinics, the ethics committees, the amendments, if any. Say whenever you have the amendments, that is the new changes are there, you also require to write it on the page, what amendment you have done, what corrections you have done, on what column, which page, and why you have done. So that was with some reason. And that amendment, that protocol amendment has been required to be again approved from the ethics committee and the regulatory authority. So you always require the updated versions, that the amended versions of the ethics committee approval is required, regulatory authority is required approval. Clinical case record form, ICD, patient information sheets, undertaking by investigators, that will be again the number of different level of things are there you require. Undertaking by the investigators of the clinical trial agreement is also that, CTAs, clinical trial agreement, which is required the legal document where the financial disclosure and other informations are there. It may be possible that you are working in the hospitals, as in trusted hospitals or government hospitals, their policies are different, their working conditions are different. They have their own ethics committee, you require to take the permissions at a different level. The persons who are working as an investigator may be working for that instituted for the time period. If that person has been having any work they require to take the approval, so you require all the level approval and agreements are required where the clear-cut guidelines and training is required. Clinical trial advertisement is also clearly very important for any of the document to the ethics committee where you require the clinical trial advertisement, how you involve the patients to be in the study. So that advertisement approval is also required. Ethics committee approval, regulatory approval, source document, which is the main information about the source data information, and insurance, which is required to be updated information that valid period is required whenever the studies are done. Other part that is related with the pre-trial and the trial and the post-trials, or it can be related to the entry report also, which is been given according to your SOPs or according to the regulatory or according to the ethics committee which suggests. Sometimes the pilot studies are done based upon the pilot study. Pivotal study permission has been given. If sometimes the regulatory always says, sometimes says that you submit this report, you complete this report, and then only you take that continuation of the study. So that is all related to the part. Sometimes even the regulatory authority give the condition that 50% of the total population has to be in the government hospital. So that all word to word that you have to follow. CTRR registration is also very important that you require to check it. Adverse event, serious adverse events and all these conditions, adverse drug reactions, you require to report it. Investigators' responsibility. So that will be again, we will see it again. So this will be related with the information, the monitoring and auditing part is there. Now these are the things which has been already been covered in the first lectures, but I will only read out with the part about any protocol, like even for the student when you are doing the practicals, any practical in like in the statistics lab or pharmacology lab, you require the information about the title, material method, you have the observation table, calculations, the results, references. The same thing whenever we are doing the clinical trial, you also require information about the background information about the clinical trial, background information about the disease and drug, why you require to do this study, the rationale, objective, primary and secondary objective, study design, which will give the prospective, retrospective, observation, intervention, crossover, parallel, single blind, open or double blind study, comparative, add-on studies. So all we think is add all the things that will give the study design. And then even in the biochemical studies, you require that phase study or fasting study, comparing with the reference drug, repeated study, all the studies that will be the part of the study design. Study populations, you require the scientific evidence that is related how the sample size and population is collected, why you select particularly population sample size. Eligibility criteria that is related with the inclusive and exclusive criteria of the patients. You require the other information about the inclusive criteria, exclusive criteria, termination of the studies, withdrawal, dropouts, all that information is required. Study assessment, if you have the efficacy or safety parameter, how you define as an inclusive criteria, how you define as an efficacy parameter. Like same example, anti-diabetic drug. When you're taking that diabetic patients you are taking, it's a phase 2 clinical trials for diabetic patients crash. So you require the lab parameter. Again, lab parameter you have to define it. Fasting blood sugar, random blood sugars, or PPBS, or HbA1c. HbA1c you are not taking every month. So as a 3 to 4 month average is that if the duration is more, you require to take it. If the comorbid conditions are also required. So lab parameters, comorbid condition, current medicines, current lab parameter, and how the side effects and other things are there once you drug are which started as an enrollment. You have the regular checkup, like if you are having the anti-diabetic drug for the 3 months study. So you require a regular checkup for 13 days, 10 days or 15 days. So whenever the patients are coming to the clinic, you require to record all the details that patients has been given the medicines, that patients are given some diary, patients now, it may be also related with the part you require the comorbid conditions, their habit of the diet conditions also, they require to have the patient diary where they write about the exercise also. So that information are also written. You may have that that the patient may give the information about it in the diary. So that information you have to train the patient also, and you require to make their assessments, you have to conduct that study, that treatment that is related, adverse event, ethical condition which has been prior before initiating the study, monitoring, supervision, data analysis, all these information are there in the protocol. Now these are the 2 slides rather which are in general. Again, I'm repeating it is in general for any of the ethics committee when you submit for the regulatory purpose. We'll only discuss about the part which are being important part, which may be having the different ethics committee has the list of documents which is required. First, most is the protocol. Second is the prescribing information about the IP. You can say the investigator brochures or the IP. If the drug is already in the market like metformin, you are comparing with your XYZ drug with metformin in phase 2 clinical trial. So you require prescribing information about the metformin, the formulation that you are taking it, and I wish to get a brochures about your drug that is the XYZ. So when we say that XYZ drug information is IB, so when we are doing the phase 2 clinical trials, we require all the information about the preclinical data in phase 1 clinical trial, which any of the investigators will require. So that is the word is that investigator's brochure, which information is required about the IB or IP. So normally the common word is that IP. Normally it may be related. But we are considered IP or IP. The regulatory permission is required. Like here it is to approval. Informed consent is must. Now if the informed consent is along with it is a document. It is informed consent form and patient information sheet. Here the standard schedule Y according to new clinical trials rules and schedule Y. The standard format is given with the basic information about the patient information sheet, with the required about the brief information about the drug, information that is the clinical studies, the possible side effects, whatever the studies are done, why they are involved in the studies, what will be the method, how they will be enrolled. Like here we consider again phase 2 clinical trial of the anti-diabetic drug XYZ with metformin. So here you are having the single blind or double blind studies, or it may be the patient may be enrolled metformin or XYZ drug. So what possibility that you have to write it in the procedure. So how the procedure will be done, how the screening method will be done, what will be the randomization way, computer generated randomizations and other things, and what are the follow-up the drug sample that is being blood sample that is been collected, and which parameters will be lab test will be done. This is screening during enrollment, during follow-up, efficacy parameter, safety parameters, that follow-up timings are there, ambulatory samples are there. If the samples are there, they required to do the follow-up in the hope, like patient diary has been given in the anti-diabetic drug, so that regular checkup with the glucometer has been given, they required to check it, so that all the information is given. Possible side effect with the drug, that informations are also given. In emergency, what they may given the contact number also, they can contact with the emergency, like during the clinical trial of 3 months, maybe I get the fever also. So do they allow to take that medicine? So that way, ask the doctors or the appointed persons will be required. Now, when we have the informed consent document, it is always related with the part which is actually in the English language. But definitely you are doing it practically, you also required, you are going in the community and the patient. The patients may not be aware with the English whatsoever. So you require, if the studies is done in Gujarat, in the Gujarat community, if the patient is knowing Gujarati, you require to convert the informed consent form, informed consent document into Gujarati language, and you also required to put the back translation. These are the regulatory required. So you have that translation from English to Gujarati and back translation from Gujarati to English. Now this is not the required. You are always required to check it that whenever you make it English to Gujarati and Gujarati to English, the meaning should not be changed. So they require the expert. So you require a translator, translation certificate, who are the professionals who are making the translations for translating from English to Gujarati and Gujarati to English. Same thing in the other language, like here for example is Hindi. The English to Hindi, I see the translation from English to Hindi and Hindi to English, and the certificate that is required for the English to Hindi to English, who makes the translation. The translator persons who are the qualified may have a different person, but they require the stamp that they are qualified. They require that they are the professional bodies are there which providing the services about the translation of the certificate. But that is not required with the date along with the protocol number, title, and if there are any amendments are there in the XCD, that is also version is also required. Next part that is related with the clinical trial registration, that is regulatory. It is compulsory to register on the clinical trial registrations. Then you require the CRF, clinical trial agreement, which is compulsory. Then you have the principal investigators, GCP training. Now for the LE investigators, the co-investigators and the team, they require 3 things. One, that is the qualification. Second is one that is related to experience, and then third is the GCP training. The GCP training is equally important that is required. Like in our This is Form D. 5th year we are giving the training as a part of the training. You also required to update the training. Form D. 6th is also we are giving the training if they are providing that they are attending the training also. Protocol signature with the full signature and the initial signature is required. Investigator undertaking is required. Insurance certificate is required. You have to check it. The ethics committee member will check it with the part where the insurance is valid. If the study is for the 1 year period, every 1 year will require to renew. So these are the checklist for the actual part where we're doing with the clinical trial protocol. When we say the definition, is from the definition only, you can see that idea that whatever things you want to do, you have to design it, approve it, conduct it, monitor it, complete it, and then you terminate it. Whatever data is collections you require to audit it, analysis it, report it, documentation, archive it, which is nothing but a scientific design that the study is there. So when you say that each word, so whatever studies is done, whatever studies is documented, it means that study is done. Whatever things are not documented, the study is not done. The same level which is required. So if we say that all the levels, these are the few things are there. The general, say 11 guidelines, the different breakups are there in GCP inspection checklist, which is on the CDSCO website, where any regulatory for the inspection they are required to check it about the information where you required to check it about the general, the administrative part, the personal part, and other part. We will go one by one in details. We are having only 15 minutes to cover. We will cover it. The general list checklist which is required. This will give the idea about this much information is required to be ready. These are the basic information about the name and address of the clinical trial site, date of inspection. This is also the document. Stage of enforcement. The study is required. Contact number of the sponsor or the NOC of ethics committee, NOC of holders, protocol title, protocol versions, investigator products. That all the information are there. Investigator products is also required with the batch number. Is also required with the part specific batch number. Studies may be related with the before study, during study, after study. Mainly it is related with the after study where you require all the details. Type of inspection, that is in general is surveillance or specific reason. Sometimes some query inquiries there for the regulatory authority, they will check for the inspection. They will check that all the studies are done. They will check all the documents. Second part that is related to the legal part which is been required. Definitely when we say that if you are doing the clinical trials, that you require the permission of the ethics committee, CTI registration, regulatory authority permission. The same thing is out there. And all the documents are there which have been covered. So NOC from the DCGI, ethics committee approval with the date and protocol number and version. Office copy of the DCGI. According to Schedule Y, whatever the office copy is there, that's required to check it with the title. Sometimes some amendments are there, which is also required to be approved from the ethics committee and the regulatory authority. Valid financial agreement is required from between the sponsor and investigator and institute. Liabilities are involved with the parties between, so that is the part of the clinical trial agreement where you require information. The valid insurance, sometimes the insurance is even of 1 crore rupees, but insurance letter they must require to mention about the title also, protocol number also, and sometimes there is in general. They may be having the 5 clinical trials, the basic insurance are taken. You require the specific and per participation, the maximum value of the level of the insurance if there are any clinical trial related injury. Site initiation date, because we require to be the CTRI registration is compulsory. You require to be check it when the date is there. You have to check it. The regulatory during the inspection they will check that once it is been registered with the CTRI, the first initiation date is a screening date and other date has to be afterwards. You can enroll before the CTRI registration. So you require the site initiation date, when it is started with all the facility, date of screening, date of signing the informed consent of the first subject, which has to be after the CTRI registration, date of last patient and the last follow-up if applicable, like in the case of like H. pylori. You require the eradications of the H. pylori. So after the drug treatment is stopped, you require to check it as about the follow-up also. Also, we have the various activities and adequate emergency facility. Like if we say the Torrent Research Center also, like one of the examples, if they are doing the bioeconomic studies, they have to tie up with the full adequate emergency facility which is not available at Torrent Research Center. So they are tied with the Apollo Hospital. So whenever they have the bioeconomic studies, they inform to the Apollo hospitals that the studies are going on and they are ready with the ambulance and other facilities. So which is the near 1 kilometer is there, so which will be adequate facilities may be possible in the case of the handling of the emergency. So that checklist are required with the document. Organizations as a part when you do the clinical trials, the team as an core part as an investigator, the sponsor, investigator, monitor is there. Here we discuss about the investigator. Updated CV of the investigator, sub-investigator or co-investigators are required. Sub-investigator and co-investigators are same. Investigator is the chief investigator or the main investigator or principal investigator, which you require that information, that experience, qualifications, same training authority. So clinical, if you say that in Indian condition, you require the medical council of India that require the registration and registration to be renewed, the valid registration, they require the proof of the registration. So qualification, degree certificate of the Medical Council of India is required, and they require the training. GCP training is required with the time to time. We should require to submit the evidence about the training. So one is the experience, qualifications, and training. Training that has been related with all the group, not only the investigator, sub-investigator, all team, the pharmacists, the clinical research coordinators, the other person, the pharmacists are involved, the other person that is related with the nurse are involved. They must be knowing about the data, their rules and responsibilities, and their delegations of duty. So properly, the fourth one that is related, the proper delegations of the person. Each activities will plan and activities, some activities will be joint, some activities is individual responsibility. That duty delegations log is been given and they have been informed. They have to writtenly sign the thing that I know my duty and I can conduct independently with my duty. So that legal duty delegation log is required to be registered. Authority of the delegations are required. A clinical trial that is been done by all the clinical sites, all the list of all the clinical trials are required for the investigator from the last 3 years. This will give the idea about that how much experience of the investigators are. Now the seventh point that is related with the investigators involved should not be more than 3. Some of the rules are there, but now they are allowing it. But previously it wasn't considered. It is better. It is the reason that if the investigators are having the more number of protocols in the study, they will not concentrate. That is the reason, not other reason. There is the investigators involved in the should not be more than the 15 studies. So they have to write with the current clinical trials and other studies where they are. Conduct of the clinical trial, that is screening. Whenever you are having that inclusive, exclusive criteria, definitely it is nothing but screening. So how is screening? With screening, that is when the physical parameter, lab parameter, X-ray parameter. So how is screening? Like if you require 30 patients, if you are getting 35 patients, after screening also you are getting 35 patients, then you require 30 patients. On what basis you screen? It may be possible during screening, inclusive criteria, exclusive criteria, some may be not eligible. So that record also you have to keep it. That 40 patients came, you screen it and 35 were eligible. After 35, based upon the randomization, computerized generated randomization, you selected 30. So all the documents are required about you. When you give the information, sometimes lab parameters, everything are okay. But when you have the informed consent part, with the time conditions and the area of the work has been given with the responsibility of the subjects also, sometimes they are not in the timing. So they may be not saying that everything is okay. I am not ready with the money part. I am not ready with the condition, that dates are not suitable. So even though they volunteer is not joining, so all the records you have to keep it. So screening record about the informed consent, screening log, enrollment log, subjects submitting inclusive criteria, which are selected. For example, out of 40, 30 patients were there. Patients that is been related to the clinical examination, source document, clinical lab evaluation, which is required, like here in the case we have the phase 2 clinical trial. Anti-diabetic drug is being given. So diabetic patients are there. So you require the diabetic. The patients, you require the lab parameter. What is the fasting blood sugar parameter, random blood sugar parameter, TPV parameter, HbA1c parameter, whatever things are determined in the protocol, which is required as a checklist. Then you have the other parameter that if that patient said that I am okay with other problem, but they require to check it in the screening. So you have the X-ray, MRI, ECG, other ultrasonographies are there, other techniques are there, which will be the part of the inclusive and exclusive criteria which is being covered. All the conditions of the clinical trial, that is the NanoC to be followed. So these are the basic reading of the screening. The subject record and informed consent. Here, this is the part which has already been discussed with the discussed by Palak Madam a few times. If we check it, we required all the informed consent with latest amendments and version with the ethics committee and regulatory authority. You require that legal representative or illiterate persons are there. You have the representative or the patient that is related with the different other persons are there. Witness signature with date and again all the documents. The principal investigator has to be sign it, which is been required. Sometimes required to be that the re-consent is required. Sometimes like the patient is been below the 18 years, so you have that consent is another part, and or some regularly says that after these studies, if you have some other parameters, you require to give the reconsent. The reconsent is also the part of the protocol, and which you require to approve from the ethics committee, and you take the reconsent is also there. So which will be also the part of the reconsent. If it is there, if any reconsent is there, you also require to keep the documents and you take the document. Source document, which is the very core part of the any GCP inspection checklist, we require to check it about randomly all the parameters of the studies are there. They will check all the screening records, all the inclusive criteria, the lab parameter. They will check the source files of these drug. Efficacy parameters are there according to the screening methods, enrollment that is done according to the GCP protocol, according to the other parameters, efficacy, safety parameters are returns or not, which is being matched with the lab parameter. Like if you are saying that once you are giving the anti-diabetic drug of XYZ drug, after 15 days, the patient is coming. They follow. So you're definitely, when you say that 15 days is there, so you are giving some 15 days medicine. Once daily or twice daily, so you are having 1 or 2 days medicine extra. So you are giving the 15 medicine as a once daily, and you are giving 2 medicine extra. So whenever on the 15th day the patients come, you require to check it and ask them to bring that medicines. So definitely if the patient is taking regular medicines, and if you are given 2 medicine extra, 2 formulation extra, it should be only 2 formulations. You have to check it, collect it, and you will do the new medicine with us. So all the documents, how we check it with the parts each is to be recorded like an individual case record form. So that will be checked. So source document with the CRM, they will check it. We check it about the ID and other part, the protocol number and batch numbers and other, which is required to be checked. So they will check that are they maintaining the record. If the person who was giving that medicines, like here in the case of the metformin and XYZ drug, assuming that is related with a single branch study. So that definitely patient is not aware about the drug, about the taste or the XYZ drug or the metformin. The principal investigator, the clinical research assistant who will be the part who will signing it, who is giving the dispensing the medicine on the day 15, that record is also required. If due to some reason some drops out of there, some dropouts are there, it is due to patient's criteria or some side effects or some other reason that is also required to be checked it, recorded it and report it, and whether inspection is there, they will check it. So the document that is if the withdrawal criteria is there, you have to check it about the part. SOP about the handling of the serious adverse event and recording, informing of the SAE to the investigator's responsibility of informing about the SAE to the sponsor, ethics committee and the licensing authority or regulatory authority with the time points are given, timelines are given, which is to be followed and how they inform it. The document is also required during the inspection of the GCP inspection check it, they will check it. So whether according to the SOPs is that about how to handling other things that will be checking. Lab parameter, abnormal lab parameter, office copy about the site approvals which has been required in the source document. Sponsor you required to check it that is related with the part where information that is related with the all the reports are submitted to the sponsor. So investigated to the sponsor according to the SOPs. All the CRFs are completely time to time. Monitor is the person who has been appointed, the fifth one. Whether the sponsor appointed monitor and monitor is checking or not. So whatever the checklist is there, small checklist is there with the monitor. Whenever the monitor will come, they will check it with the time, date, that during that particular state. If the study duration is for 6 months, after 1 month, then the monitor will check it. During study, they will check that how many patients are enrolled, how many patients are completed. What is the same? And is that all the things are written in the CRF not? The signing and documents and lab parameter they will also check. So monitoring process is also very important where the sponsor appointed monitor will also checking and prepare the report also. So qualification of appointing about the monitor and the checklist is also important, which is required to be recorded that monitor. The report is also required. So that has been related with the part, the logbook that is related when you have the follow-up about the part, it's an on-site monitoring site, whenever the person patients are coming, at what time they come. If there are any deviations are there, it is reported or not. Like it has been given that on the 15th day the patient is to come. It may be possible some problems may there. So 1 or 2 day medicine is been given. Like one of the example we have taken that 15 days of the day 15 the patient has to come, we have given 2 medicine extra. So if the patient is coming on the 15th day, definitely 2 formulations to be extra. If the patient is come with the 16th day, they must be also required with the thing that why they are came late. So that justification or there is the deviation. If the patient will come on the 17th, 18th day, so that is anything beyond the prescribed format or prescribed schedules are there, that is the deviation. So that deviation is also required to be reported by the investigator to the sponsor. Sponsor are informed about the audits and QRDs and premature terminations or any suspension or other ethics committee or licensing authorities are given some informations or that is required to follow and like interim report is there, other information are there. All the things is required to be checked. Investigator product, there is all nothing but about the information about the drug, main drug. Here you are taking, if you like in our case, we are comparing XYZ drug with metformin. So you can't take metformin of any company. Once you select their company, you have to be standard with whole clinical trial that has to be followed. If you're taking 500 milligram metformin of Torrent Center, you have to also formulation should be clear. It is a sustained release tablets or conventional. The data goes to be batch wise is also to be uniform. Same thing with the XYZ drug of your test drug has to be the batch, the clinical trial batch has to be verified with the dose. The inspection they will also check it about the dose. If you are having the single dose, it's okay. If you are having your own dose also like 200 milligram and 400 milligram for XYZ drug, you require to check it about the batch wise. During the whole clinical trial studies, your batch should be the same. 200 milligram batch and 400 milligram batch should be has to be maintained. If the patient is given 200 milligram, all the centers, all the sites, the 200 milligram same batch will be. 400 milligram same batch. So the clinical trial batch is separate from the other. For the clinical trial purpose, you require the GMP certificate, proper justification. They will also check about the authorized persons who are giving the medicine. They are recording the medicine. They are writing about like sometimes when we have that condition like here is the same case XYZ and you are comparing with the test drug with the reference drug. So patient has been identified as a particular site with the subject number. The patient number 5. If the patient number 5 is that follow up of the 1 week, 2 week, 3 week medicine has been given. So that medicine is to be documented and that is been given according to the label and which is been written with the CRF also and record also. So then if we give the patient diary, if the patient will not maintain the record, so you have to keep the second record. Sometimes you are having the follow up also telephonic follow up, you require a condition. If there's some storage condition is there, you require to mention and inform it to the patients. If the same medicine you are keeping in your side also, you require to condition with the storage condition which you require to be used. After completion of the study also, unused medicine or other medicines like the patient has been dropouts and unused medicines that is required to submit it to the sponsor or other part. If you are maintaining the temperature also, you require to record it with the soft copy and hard copy with the dollar document with the sample size. The temperature log record, like if you are having that particular temperature of the temperature log is maintained or not, the storage condition is required. All the conditions like in the biochemical studies when you are having the sample as a minus 70 degrees, you require to check it about that part, that how you ensure that minus 70 degrees is there or minus 20 degrees if the fridge is there, that you require to check it with the software and other facilities. In the case of GCP inspection checklist, you also require, they will check it. Now, it is the part, but again, they will also check it that whenever the ethics committee is there, that is registered with the regulatory authority, it is a registered ethics committee. They require an approval letter. They will check it that ethics committee has already given that permission. They will check it about the title, protocol number, amendment, versions, all the things they will check it. Ethics committee about the date is recorded in the ethics committee minutes also. They will check it about the the site monitoring about the ethics committee members for checking and they verify is there any conflict of interest, communication between all the communication between the investigator and the ethics committee. If any SAE is there, is that reported properly and that will get the feedback from the EC also. That all the things is required to be recorded. When you have the clinical test, sometimes you require the lab also. Many times you require the labs. Sometimes the labs are specifically defined. If it is defined with the specific lab, you require that accreditations of the status of the lab, that you require to be the lab parameter, normal lab parameters are there. which is to be written in the protocols and which is required to maintain. Like in the bioeconomics studies, you are maintaining the plasma samples in minus 70 degrees. They force them to maintain, and that sample if they go to the Bangalore or some other place or Mumbai, they require to maintain the temperature. Same thing if the blood sample is in the site, the test is been done in Ahmedabad in particular specifically lab. They require to maintain all the conditions, financial conditions, and the storage conditions, and all the accreditation of the lab is also required. An SOP which is been required. So that has to be according to the SOPs and protocol system, which is been required to be written account prior to the study that this lab parameters to be done by this lab and which has been approved by the ethics committee. Sometimes even the hospitals are there, they do not have the facility of that lab parameter. That if the parameters be done from outside the lab, you require to take the approval in the ethics committee also and DCJ and a GCP checking that is related with the part here. This will give that is more details about the SOPs, essential components of the SOP, the trainings of the according to the sponsor of the ethics committees and other the training teams are there. SOPs for the handling, distribution, storage condition, individual job delegations are there, job description, responsibilities, training is to require the whole source document files are there which is been required to be take the training. So all these informations are required for the part about the GCP checklist are there. So quality assurance that is ensure about whatever are been planned. If you go with the definition again, you scientifically design it, take the permission, conduct it, record it, collection of the data, assessment, the same thing that is related, whatever you have done the document that you require to give information according to the SOP. Record keeping and data handling up to the part where we have all the record, that is the record keeping which is been required as a regulatory requirement, entry reports, the quality parts and all the record part, data handling that, how we are handling if it is related with the specific data, restriction of data is there. If it is related with the software, only the authorized persons are there. So you have to define it who are the authorized persons. If they make some changes, like even the amendment of the new version, you always mention that what changes you have done, which was the original thing, what changes you have done and why you done. The same thing if they are done is there, if the division is there, if divisions according to the allowed in the protocols is there, that you have to mention it. Some mistake like on the name it has been changes, the minor changes are there or major changes, all the things you require the certificate. Only authorized persons will maintain it and check it and correct it and maintain it and what level they require to check it. So here you require the software. That is the reason the regulatory authority will also require the SAP or SAS version, the specific emergency certified softwares are also there which you require to be the updated part. So here even the software or hardware are that you require the process and how you validate it according to the SOP. So SOP of the things are required according to the data and regulatory, like some archiving of the data are there, the raw data are there, the treatment data are there, analysis are there, which is required to be checked at a different level. You require to check it on all the source data. Then you have the source data that is related with the wet data and the dry data. The test record form data are all related with the dry data. The plasma samples and other, you have to keep it for the only specific time period. But according to the regulatory requirement, is required to maintain the part. If it has been mentioned for the 5 years, up to 5 years, you have to keep it all the archiving assessed and you have to maintain according to the proper codification, proper documentation, proper labeling and restricted entry is there for the authorized person is there. This was the last, and this is related with general as in preclinical data with the about the safety and efficacy parameters and the drug will be related. Assume you are considering with the type 2 diabetes, which there's some information about the XYZ drug. Then you are making some design about the clinical trials, as about with the comparing with the standard drug or placebo, or you are comparing with your finding it. Then you are having the protocol that is related with the part. To be speaking, which you have to know it about the part. You have to give all the information about the informed consent document. They are voluntary joining in the clinical studies. Their rights about the clinical trial studies. They should be not only focused with the money, which is the reality, which is that you have to inform it about and check it with all the parameters. Then if you are in the study design and double blind study design is there. This is only the cartoon. And once the clinical trial is ready to complete, we only they assume that is completed. When the DCGI will give the permission, then the drug is in the market. The last slide that is related with the thank you for listening, all the participants. Then stopping the slide sharing and back to the Dr. Lalwani madam. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hi, madam. You can ask with the questions if you have already given some forms. Okay. So
सर मैंने फॉर्म दे दिया है बच्चों को.
It's okay. What again? Questions. And it's also 11:09 हो गया. I taken 10 minutes extra. क्वेश्चन तो पूछना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो मैं क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा. क्वेश्चन तो मैंने पूछा ही है ऑलरेडी. 4 से पूछा. आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है मैडम क्लियर? नहीं आ रहा है सर? हाँ अभी आ रहा है. हाँ
सर क्वेश्चंस नहीं है अटेंडेंस के.
तो फिर आपको पूछना पड़ेगा या फिर मैं पूछूंगा क्वेश्चन. मैंने क्वेश्चन ऑलरेडी शायद गूगल फॉर्म में रख दिया है. वही फॉर्म होगा तो with the attendance and for the questions. So that is been compulsory for all, at least for the Palm D 5th year. The attendance एक पता लगेगा. जवाब गलत आता जवाब तो मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कि मैंने बराबर समझाया नहीं. ऑफिशियल लेक्चर ले लूंगा. एटलीस्ट 1 घंटा का बैठना पड़ेगा.
अच्छा.
ओके बोले मैडम. मुझे लगता है लिंक आ गया है और क्वेश्चन नहीं हो किसी का तो.
Thank you, Deshpande sir, for sharing your views on the GCP checklist. These days, good clinical practices are becoming very important, and it is good that Deshpande sir has arranged a series of webinars for this topic. So take advantage of the modules that have been designed for you. Thank you so much, sir, for your presentation.
Thank you, madam. Because whatever information are there, like in the GCP, we can only add few examples. However, everything are on the website, the regulatory side, so we have to follow. Even though the essential documents are there, as a mandatory, we have to follow the guidelines. But it only require that here is required to the ethics committee approval, regulatory approval, CPRA registrations, and again the ethics committee approval that is from the registered ethics committee. So which is required. So some changes are there which I hope they will cover up. And the slides are already there on the, it is already on the website, CBSE website also checklist. So that is the same word to word slides. Only 2-3 slides I had added and cartoons I had added. And I hope that all the Palm D and MPharm and other participants that enjoy. If they have the questions, they can ask afterwards also. I will be happy to answer it. Thank you, madam.